All right, guys, here we are again. It's me, Pastor Abram, and we're going to open the second pack of the silver and gold. They just came in yesterday, and I am super pumped. In the last video, we opened the first pack. I did two on the card trick. I pulled the bottom two cards, just like Champions of Disasters. Maybe it's, I can't remember. I've opened so many packs that I don't remember exactly which ones are which anymore. There's four different ones. I think it's two. So I did two on this one. I got these two pretty cool looking cards. They just look great. But this time I'm going to set these over here first. I'm going to do the card trick. I'm going to do three. If three doesn't work, and the character card, the last character card isn't at the very back, I'm assuming that there's no card trick. Okay, so let's work on this. This is the second pack I'm opening, and let's find out. If you don't know how to open packs, remember, from now on, left thumb on the gold side under the seam, right thumb on the seam on the silver side, okay? Pull back, take your hands, pull back almost like you're revving up a motorcycle, okay? Rev up a motorcycle, peel across. Oh, this one's going to be hard after I try to say it in the camera. Okay, this is going to be a tough one. Let's see if we can flip it and see if it'll give us a little bit easier time. All right, that one gave us a little bit easier time. And then just rip down the seam, okay? Rip all the way down, rip across, and that makes a nice little pocket just like that, all right? Take it. All right, go ahead, judge me. 1 to 10, how good of a rip was that? I'm going to say that was a, look at that, all the crooked, this is all crooked there. It's like a mountain range. That's a, it's not the worst. The front's perfect still. That's a 6. Get that out of here. All right, so I said 3. So I'm going to take the bottom 3. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, I don't know if you saw that. I might have to hold it higher. So I took the... This is how it came out. Just came out straight like this, okay? So I'm taking the bottom 3. 1, 2, and 3. Hopefully you can see that. Switch them to the top. I either need to do no card tricks. There's no card tricks. You just open them right out of the pack. Or I think it's 3. I don't know. I'm going to wait and see. There's people on Facebook in the Facebook BGMC trading card group that'll probably tell me. But I'm going to try 3 this time. Here, I'll get you. You get the first look. You ready? Here you go. First look for you. Oh, okay. There's a Holo Winnie the World. A yellow Holo Winnie the World. That's sweet. Okay, so you can see not a full art card. Okay, back to the traditional style in the band or in the box, in the frame. Winnie the World. There we go. All right, I'll give you guys the first look at that. So that might be the character card in the end. So I think, okay, stationary kit. Okay, so this is one of those booster cards. Not this one. So this must have been a cool pack that I got the first round because that booster card with Grandpa Buddy. So booster cards must be able to just boost certain characters and give them like a power up almost. So you can see those are the 2 boosters that I've gotten so far. This one's sweet. That might be one of the best looking cards. I've heard there's some almost monochrome cards that are colorless, and this almost has that look where it just has the gold plating. That might be a really cool artistic design that they've chosen here. So okay, so I pulled the bottom 3. I think there's no card trick. Okay, guys, I'm starting to think that there's no card trick for this expansion pack. I'm starting to think you open it and flip it and start pulling. You start revealing cards, and at the very end, I think this is the card that I was supposed to get at the very end. So I think you just pull. In the next video, I'm going to try that out. I'm going to try no card trick and see what happens. Okay, so we got the stationary kit. So this is to Pencil Pal. This is a Pencil Pal booster. This stationary kit gives supporters the power to write letters to encourage missionaries. That's a great idea. We need to do that at Commission Kids. We need to write some missionaries some encouraging letters to support them, to love them, to share that we're praying for them. This is awesome. Guys, the game is expanding. There's so many ways you can use this game to help disciple your kids, to disciple your family, to be discipled as a kid, to have ideas for how you can be an engaged person mobilized to empower people to be a missionary. Even if you're not a missionary, you can support missionaries with your prayers, with sending them letters, with giving, with just believing God is going to move in their life. There's so many things you can do to be a supporter of missions. That's a pretty cool card. All right, let's see what's next. Selling tie-dye shirts. So I had that one in the last one. Okay, so that's a first duplicate. I'm going to set that over here so I can put that in the trading section. So I already know that that's a card I can give to someone else. Miscommunication, change of plans. Okay. You accidentally posted the wrong date online and nobody shows up. Okay. So they said roll-a-thon August 15th. Yeah, I mean, so let's just talk about it, guys. This is definitely the AI card. You can tell, like that one's a for sure. A lot of the Gen 1 were AI cards. This is obviously an AI card, but you can just see with the font, like that's definitely AI generated font. Hey, not knocking it. I hope that at some point the game grows enough to where they can do their own art. I think it will help the game. I think it would be a sign that the game has grown enough to support itself to where they can feature original art for every card. I think that would just be awesome. I'm not knocking it. Like, please hear me out. I'm not knocking it. Like, it's making the game accessible. It's getting people into the game. But I think if we take it up to the next level, if we keep supporting the game, this is why it's important to support the game. Stop buying Pokemon cards. Stop buying video games for all the stuff that you don't play for. You play for one playthrough and then you stop playing. Go buy it secondhand or something and buy BGMC cards. Support missions. Support the game so that way we can keep making it better. That's real. Miscommunication happens all the time, especially in church. That's just real. So that's a cool card. Change of plans. So this might be the disaster, or no, this is, I think, the power up. Power up. Okay, faith. So again, simple. I think you didn't have to overcomplicate it. These power ups, they look good. They're simple. This must be the disaster. Oh, the versatile card. Technology. Okay, that's sweet. I like the art on these. The art on those looks really good. I have no complaints on that. That's sweet. Versatile. So this must be disaster card. Disaster, refugee crisis. So I had that one in the last bowl. Okay. Loose change. Field event. Okay, so this is a different field event. Round your overall impact points up to the nearest 10. Okay, so I think I figured it out. The field event, it's like almost like track or something, almost like like an event in track and field or something. Maybe it's like this is the game we're playing. This is kind of going to evolve or slightly modify the basic gameplay. And so each one of these field events gives the game a slightly different flavor, if you would say. I kind of like that. I like this idea that every round is going to be slightly different if you play different field events. That's cool. I like that. I'm ready to see the actual rules for this because I think it'll make my understanding of it a little bit clearer. But I like that idea that every round is slightly different. They just change a very slight rule to give you a little bit different flavor for that round. So I think these last two cards, these should be two cards here, should be characters then. Okay, Mucho Macho. So this is, so I think his name's Zach Preston. And I think he must have actually drawn this for himself because I think this is his character card. That's sweet. I think he might be one of the possible camp speakers for Southern Missouri this year. A wrestler who loves teaching kids about the God's word, sometimes he gets a little confused along the way. He sounds mean. He may sound mean when he calls kids little babies, but he truly wants them to grow up strong in their faith. Cool. Here's my thing. In a few years, I hope we get to the point where we can have original arts for every card. Or at least every character card, obviously. The character cards. I think that would be super sweet. I think it would make the game super cool. All right, so I think this should be the last one. Yep, should be the last one right there. And Plunger Lad. I don't know this one. Maybe that's it's Zach Preston again, so it might be one of his other characters. With a goofy courage to trusty Plunger, Plunger Lad inspires kids everywhere to trust God and do what he asks. When villains try to cause trouble, Plunger Lad trusts God to help him clean up the chaos and save the day. Okay, so cool. We got two in this pack. We got two original art, full art character cards. Those are sweet. I liked those. That was some of my favorite things from Rise of Revival. I mean, Toxic Ted was the speaker. Kelly, our uh, Kidsman director Kelly Preston, was the speaker when I got filled with the Holy Spirit. When I first went to camp, my very first camp, that was the speaker. My friend Jacob, his dad, Jacob was a part. He was the what was his name? I think it was like something like MC Hammer. No, something like I forget. But it's something. It was some play on that. But he did the Power Verse, and I ended up going to seminary with Jacob, and I got to tell him, "Hey, you and your dad ministered at my very first kids camp. I love these ideas. This is some of my favorite. Luna Labcoat was our camp speaker last year. We got the card, got her to sign the cards. This honestly is my favorite. I love that they're making these cards original arts, characters that kids can actually see. They actually get to go to camp and see them at camp. This is awesome. Those are sweet. I'm really impressed with what they've done with this expansion pack. Um, I think that the booster cards right now are my favorite. Just the concept of the booster cards I think is super cool. The design of them I think looks super good. I think these are going to be awesome. I might be more excited about those right now than anything I've seen. This one and the Grandpa Golden Watch, Golden Pocket Watch, or whatever it was, those were sweet looking cards. And these just look good. I think that they need to keep running with this idea. I think this is what is going to really get me excited personally. This is what's going to get me excited to see more of in the future. These are just, it's this what I want. Um, Maybe it's because I'm old like that, and I remember my friends and stuff and Pokemon and getting characters and getting your favorite Pokemon and whatever. But I might just be a sucker for collecting the character cards. But I think this is going to get me excited. So hey, that's sweet. So I got two to put in my trading section to give out and to give away or to trade. And then I got these to put into the collection. I don't know. I think I have two cards. So I have 18 cards out of the 140 14. And I've had two duplicates in two packs. So I'm, what, sixth of the way there, maybe. So here we go, guys. Hey, we're going to keep opening up some packs. Until next time, peace.